everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. Hello everybody, I'm back again. So it's the next day. I literally turned the camera off and walked away. This was how my desk was, and I finished this pocket, or I still have to sew around it, so pop that to the side. And I've only just stepped into my crafting space, so I need to remember what I was doing and what I was aiming for. And I've had another couple of ideas overnight, so my head is, excuse me, my head is swimming with thoughts and ideas, and so fun. Okay, so this is the next little pocket that I'd like to create. It opens out and folds right out so that you can use the whole sheet of paper as journaling space. Again, I'm so sorry, I don't remember where I saw this. I did have a little look overnight to see if I could find some of these pockets. Still no luck, but I am still trying. So hopefully by the time I put this video up, I will have that information for you. And if I don't, my apologies, my sincerest apologies to the people who I failed to mention, because obviously without you, I wouldn't be making these. Again, not my idea. And I'm ever so grateful that they've shared. I will do my very best. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat this morning. I will do my very best to remember or figure out who it was that shared them initially. But like I said, if I don't, I truly am sorry. Anyway, okay, so fold it in half, and then I'm scoring at 3 7/8. Sorry, so this is a full sheet, a full A4 sheet of tea stain paper that I'm working with. So fold it in half lengthwise, and then I'm turned the orientation around, and I'm scoring at 3 7/8 and 7 7/8. Okay, and then I'm taking this and I'm folding. I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch roughly between the score line and my paper, and folding that up. And then the same on the opposite side. Oops. And in actual fact, doing it on my scoreboard probably helps, because I can use that as a rough guide. Fabulous. And then lucky last. So I'm literally just putting my fingernail in the spot I want the paper to fold. As I turn it down, it seems to work quite well. And I'm all for relatively easy. Okay, so you have a piece of paper that looks like that, and then folding it in half and folding it across where those score lines are. And again on the opposite side. And I do just need to remind it where it needs to fold. And I'm going to burnish those down. And then this one tucks inside of this one. Oh my gosh, so fun. So we have 2 of those, and I am going to use this one. Okay. So when I add this to my journal, I'm going to glue around 3 sides of the back, creating either a top pocket or a side tuck. I'm probably going to head towards a top pocket, and so I need to remember that these all open out. It's kind of reminding me of my altered chatterbox pockets, so steering towards the origami feel. I think that's kind of fun. And we need to see that. I mean business, guys. We need to decorate these pockets. So I still have my DigitalCurio papers out, and I'm thinking I'd like to use some of those on one of them. Oh, aren't they pretty? Pretty. So I have these little pieces. Okay, so these are my blue greens. We used the purple on the purple DigitalCurio paper on this pocket. So, whoops. Small avalanche on my right. Okay. So when this opens out, I'd like to have something pretty in here. I quite like that border at the bottom. Maybe I want it to go up the side. Okay, so maybe I'd like it to go that way, I'm thinking. And I do need to find... Guys, my head is so full of ideas right now. If I seem distracted, I apologize, but that is why, because I'm crafting with you guys and my head is in a completely different space. It's a little bit scary. It's like I'm here, but I'm not here. Okay, that didn't exactly tear straight, I feel. And neither did that. Oh my goodness. I kind of like it like that though. It's not quite enough to make it work. Come on, just a little bit. I think I'm going to mess this up completely and have to start again. I can feel it. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So I need to do some inking, guys, because nothing is inked yet. Oops. Okay, so folding this up. Goodness me, got messes everywhere. So I'm thinking I'd like that there. Okay, I like that. I actually like this really uneven edge. Now that I've inked it, I love it's almost like a torn wallpaper look, which I'm really loving. So I'm going to glue that down. And again, while I was inking, I was thinking, about how I've said to you before, this Wonderland journal is making me think, obviously, fairies and unicorns are a theme on the Stamperia paper that I'm using. And so it takes my mind to wondrous, obviously, Wonderland, wondrous, magical, mystical, unexpected. And that's kind of been my way of thinking with this journal, I have mentioned before. And so I'm loving this pocket because it's giving me that little bit extra as far as the hidden journaling space. When it's in the journal, it doesn't look like, when it's folded like this, or just a moment, one I prepared earlier. When it's folded like this, it doesn't necessarily look like it opens up all the way to this. So I love that. I love that it has that hidden aspect of journaling space. And it's making me think about these pockets here and whether there is some way that I can make them work so that they open up as well. So we may come back to this one. Just sharing with you. Not sure if I can make it work, but that's where my head's at. Okay, so I think I'd like to also decorate with pattern paper these two here. So what I'm thinking is, I don't think I want a border at the front. Oops, and I think I might do it this way because last time wasn't all that successful because I was on an uneven surface. I forgot about the extra layers here when my ruler was there, and I think that was what caused it to not tear so easily. So and then just sorting myself out, guys, don't mind me. About the hoping I'm straight. I don't think that's too bad. And then I'm going to hopefully successfully tear this in half. So I'm just trying to lift that corner. And I'm thinking I will do the same at this end. And that's not too bad. Okay, so a little bit of inking. I do need to check and make sure. I think I may have to tear the tips. like so. And I'm going to do this one. Oops. I'm not going to lie to you. I have stuff everywhere at the moment. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the first part of this video that I recorded yesterday, but I'm feeling a little claustrophobic at the moment, and I don't know how much longer I can do it for, guys, because the walls are closing in. I feel like I feel like my elbows are really close to my body right now because I'm not game to spread my wings, figuratively speaking. Well, actually, not just figuratively speaking. Yes, feeling a little confined right now. Okay. Whoops, that didn't go so well. I'll try that again. So I'm going to put my pressure right over that paper. Much better. Okay, so I'm hoping I do want to make that a little bit shorter. Yes, so I'm liking that for that side, and I want to check this one as well. And I may just go a fraction shorter with this side. And I do want to put my pressure on the paper. I'm sorry if you can't see. Just a little tip for you. I have noticed that that makes a difference. So particularly when you're tearing small pieces like this. So for instance, if I wanted to tear the corner off here, if I put my ruler on there, holding it here leaves space. Even if you can't see it, it tends to leave space, and the pressure is not on the paper. If I put my weight on that pressure point and tear, it seems to tear much easier and much cleaner. And also, if I'm tearing a strip, for instance, and I have my weight here and here, so at the top and the bottom, as I'm tearing, I'm noticing that I'm getting pulling as I'm tearing in the center. So I tend to tear a little and then move my fingers down and tear a bit more, move my fingers down and tear a bit more. And I'm finding, I don't know why I did that, and I'm finding that it's working much better. So just thought I'd share that little tip with you. All about the pressure points. Okay, I really love that. I love the way it looks. Okay, so gluing these down. Need to move my ruler off my ink book, my glue book even. I'm not used to working with clear glue stick. It's kind of messing with my head. It's not meant to be clear, it's meant to be blue, but I don't know, maybe they messed up the packaging, or it's definitely not blue, that's for sure. Not quite where I want to be there. And in case I haven't mentioned, this is just paper towel that I'm reaching for when I'm doing this. It is a good way to press things down. It also wipes off any excess glue that may be on the front of the paper, and it stops my fingers from sticking to the paper as I'm pressing it down, which is why I tend to use it quite a bit. Pretty. Oh, so pretty. Again, I'm reaching over for my glue. Oh, my page is so tacky. So when I just wiped my hand across, I could feel the glue that has come off my glue book onto my paper. That's the reason I grabbed my paper towel. When I feel that tackiness, and if I use it to press down, I'm not getting that glue sticking to my fingers, and I'm not actually putting more glue on there from my fingers, because I do have glue on my fingertips. And I'm basically just wiping it until when the glue is tacky, you can feel a resistance when wiping across it with the paper towel. I hope that makes sense. And I continue wiping until I no longer feel that resistance. And that's an indication that either the glue is coming away or the glue is drying. So that's kind of my reference. Oh my goodness, I love it, love it, love it, love it. And so that tucks in. Remember, this will be glued down into the book. Still a little bit tacky they are. Perfect. Okay, so I did have a little thought. So I think my little bamboo box just gave me a splinter. Okay, so these are my fingers are tacky, my AntiquePaperie ATC limited edition cards. And in here somewhere, I am loving the fact that they are just sitting in here like this, that didn't make any sense. I'm loving the fact that they're sitting upright like this and I can just flip through them. So much better. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. So this is limited edition set 34, and I'm going to take the whole thing out because that way I will remember where I took the cards from. So, okay. So I think I've mentioned before that I wanted to incorporate a beach type theme into this journal as well. And I believe I've done that with, I think it may have been one of my Chatterbox, altered Chatterbox pockets. So these little ones here, along the coast were reefs around which the water foamed and sparkled, giving them the appearance of great white rose. Oh, that's really pretty. Sorry, great white roses. I didn't explain that very well. I love that too. The ocean is a mighty harmonist. Actually, I really loved this one. My soul is full of longing for the secrets of the sea, and the heart of the great ocean sends a thrilling pulse through me. I really love that. And I'm wondering, I love the little froggy on there. Although the fishy is kind of fitting with the paper. You guys, choices, seriously. Okay, so again, not what I intended to do with this pocket, but I'm wondering if I popped that there. Oh, that's kind of fun. I love that you get a little hint of the saying on there. And I'm wondering if I pop it down about there, so in line with the bottom of my paper. Where will that sit? Yes, 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 yes. So it will effectively look like there is a journaling card in there, but there won't be. It will actually be a pocket. I'm thinking I will attach it as a second pocket. Again, steering towards the unexpected. So I love that. I'm just wondering how the fishy looks on that blue. I think I really like the fish. Just trying to see if I can center it according to where the paper folds. And I think it may need to be down that. I think I really like the blue. With the blue, it kind of looks like he's swimming in the ocean, which is really fun. And there would be fish in Wonderland, right? I think there would be. Wonderland to me is a place that anything is possible. I can put anything in this journal and it would work, because in my mind I can make it work. Oh yes, that's really pretty. Oh Sherry, these cards of yours are incredible. Okay, so I'm going to, I haven't had the glue out for a while actually. And I just remembered the last time I had it out, it went everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to hold my breath. My glue bottle is getting to the very end, so and I'm going to hopefully, yes. Okay. So popping that down. And I'm just going to check, and that's pretty good. I want to scooch it across just a fraction. And I'm going to say about there. Okay, and I'm going to open that out and I'm going to just burnish that down from behind. Checking for any glue, a little bit there. And I kind of love that that journaling card has taken essentially what looked like torn wallpaper and turned it into what looks like the ocean, which is a little bit of a Wonderland feel to me. Just a little bit of magic. Come away, little glue. Come away. Thank you. So we've just worked our own Wonderland magic. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so that one is ready to pop into our journal. I'm not going to do any more than that. I'm going to leave that as is. Lots of hidden spaces inside the pocket to journal on, which I love. I'm not going to ink these creases on the inside because that gives the whole sheet. And they can add bits and pieces inside too. They could add photos or their own little cards or memories. So just closing that, oops, if I get the right spot. Closing that up. Oh my gosh, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Oh, that made me excited. Let's do another one. So I need to ink this one up again. Okay. Oops. I'm like, why won't that fold? Beautiful. Now, so I'm thinking this one. Okay, so I'm just inking this. I don't know if I feel like I might want the blue. I kind of like that illusion of the ocean. I'm thinking of using this little froggy journaling card. So I like the fact that it gives that illusion of him being in the pond with the water, whereas this is a little bit more wallpaper, dare I say it. I think I might use this one for the front, which means I need to tear that across. So I think before I do that, I'm going to, oh, do I want the anchor of this? That is kind of fun. It kind of highlights him, doesn't it? I think I'll take it for, I wasn't going to use the border, but I think I want to. Kind of made the froggy pop. Not jump, pop. Oh, that's not good. Pop off the page is what I meant, not, you know what I mean. Okay. Sometimes you need to just stop talking, don't you? Okay. Oh, and I need to, actually I may ink around that first and then tear. I have to say it's really cold here again. My fingers are like little icicles. It is supposed to warm up today somewhat, but then we're in for cooler weather again, I believe, after that. So okay. Oops, I think my ruler just shifted a little bit. It's not overly important because I am going to cut off the corners, but okay. So that, I don't need that. I need this. And I'm going to tear that right where that already tore. I pressure on that point. And I'm thinking about where that line, so I'm looking at this line here. And I'm going to take that little piece off there. Pressure on that point and tearing. And I think I'll turn that around and use that as a guide for this one. Okay. So now I can get back to inking. Dare I do it? Oh, good. Okay. Oh, I might as well ink my little froggy. He kind of reminds me of the Pied Piper of fishing. Okay, so this one is going this way around. Okay, so I'd like that one there. That's really pretty. Loving that bordered edge. Oops. It's interesting actually, because I don't know if any of you have seen on my Instagram page, and I haven't shared on there for a little while. I need to add the things that I've been making recently, or more recently. I kind of got busy creating, and I've not ventured into sharing on those platforms, which is a little bit unfortunate, but time has been against me. Anyway, on my Instagram page, I share sometimes a little section that I call the random thoughts in my head, and I do have really random thoughts sometimes. And it started because I often have them when I'm doing the housework, of all things. I don't know why. It seems to be that when I'm doing the housework, I have thinking time, and all of these really strange, unusual, random thoughts pop into my head. And that was the reason I started sharing those it's been happening to me for years. I've never really ventured outside of my own head and shared any of those thoughts before. Anyway, I've been getting some interesting responses, and I've had another one of those random thoughts in the last couple of days, and I do need to pop it on my Instagram and Facebook pages, which I plan on doing. My random thought was, when you're crafting, do you craft with intent or do you just craft? So in other words, I've noticed more and more, and particularly having done these YouTube videos, I tend to craft with intent. It's like every little thing that I do has a story, right down to my froggy being in the pond. Like, I associate things. And I think that's why I struggle to do the ready-made ephemera, because I really do craft with intent. Every little piece that I make tends to have its own story. Whether I verbalize that story and share with you all, or whether I internalize it and just have a reason behind my vision, but I do generally have some sort of reason behind what I do and why I do it. I'm noticing. Not necessarily saying that I always do that, but yes, I'm just noticing more and more that there are pieces that I create that have their own little story. And whoever gets this journal, I know who that is. You don't know who that is. But the person who gets this journal will actually have all of those stories by accessing my YouTube videos, which for me is amazing, because I didn't even realize necessarily that I did that. So yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool that those stories will go with the journal. Okay. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you, because I do have the most random thoughts sometimes. And even when I'm crafting and I come up with these associations or stories as to why I do something, and I go, seriously, does anybody else think like me? I don't know that they do. I really don't. But anyway, I'm a very random person. I'm sorry. Oh dear. It's like storytelling through my craft. Sometimes I find myself doing that. I don't mean to. It's where my head goes. I'm a storyteller apparently, or I'm a daydreamer. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's really fun. I love it. And he's quite lovely scented on the fold there. So that is our second little pocket using that method. Okay, so, oh my gosh, they're twins. But really, really fun. Okay, love them, love them, love them. And I love that what is under there is hidden. When it's sitting in the journal like that, you don't know that there's those beautiful images from AntiquePaperie underneath. So, love them. Okay, so I want to revisit this one because I feel like we can get more. See those? They're peeping at you. They are more cards from AntiquePaperie. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I was going to sew this onto here. Let me open this up. I was going to sew that onto there, which essentially means that I can't open. I can't open that out if I do that, but if I pop it onto that piece, only. And I'm wondering if I should just glue it on. I need to tidy up this edge. Sorry if I'm off camera right now, guys. Just pop that out of the way for a moment. I'll just use some fabric glue. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not usually one to attach fabrics with just the glue. I do tend to like sewing them on, but this is a new experience for me. Clearly I cannot cut straight, so I'm just folding that over and trimming off, being careful not to cut into my paper. And I think I might okay, so what does that leave me? Well, that's fun. So then I'm just noticing a little bit of glue peeping through there. And I would like a little bit more under that. So I need to have a way. Can I do that? I'm trying to work out if I can fold that up and close it somehow to create the pocket that I want. Or what if, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I need to ponder it some more. I think I'll come back to that one. Okay, I might leave that video here. I'll show you again. This is our pocket. Not my idea, but I love it. But I'd like to be able to open it out to have hidden journaling space inside, which means I need to ink around here. I'm going to ponder that some more, and I will come back to that. Maybe I won't be able to do it. Maybe I won't be able to figure something out, but I don't know. I feel like anything's possible. So, but yes, I'd like to ponder that some more before I go ahead and close it up, because I feel like it may be possible, and I think that would be really awesome. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I really appreciate you crafting with me. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you watching. And please remember to give me a thumbs up, like this video if you've liked what you've seen. Always, always, always feel free to comment, because I love hearing what you have to say and I love to be able to chat with you. And I look forward to seeing you soon, everybody. Happy crafting. Bye for now.